Hello Kotlin enthusiasts, today we are exploring the powerful concept of passing functions as parameters. In Kotlin, functions are first class citizens, which means we can treat them as value and pass them as arguments to other functions. This flexibility enables us to write more modular and reusable code. Let's dive into the world of passing functions as parameters in Kotlin. Let's take an example. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove the code from the previous lecture. Over here I'm going to create a function execute operation. Let's take one parameter as value, then the type will be int. Now what I'm going to do is I need to create a passing function over here. So I'm going to say let's create one more attribute name as operation, and this time int, type will be int, and the return type of this function will be int, and then I'm gonna return operation value. Okay, so what is the value, what is the meaning of this? I'm gonna tell you soon. And before that, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take some example functions to pass as parameters. So I'm gonna say fun. I'm gonna explain each and everything as to what we are doing over here. I'm just gonna first write the code. So over here I'm creating a square function of as I'm taking an input name as x and the return type is int, and let's create one more function of double, return x into 2. Once that is done, I'm gonna pass functions as parameters. So just come to main. I'm gonna say val result square is equals to execute operation. Let's take an example 5 comma square. So what does this mean? So what I'm doing is execute operation is a function, right? And I need to pass a value that is of type int, that is I passed 5 over here, and this thing is a function parameter. So I'm passing a function that is square over here, right? So what is this? It's a square, right? So I need to pass by adding these two symbols and then the square, the name of the function, so that the compiler knows that this is basically a function. Otherwise it will not determine, it will show that this is not a value, right? This is like just a square. But if I use these two symbols, and the compiler will get to know, okay, we are passing a function, so it will search in function. So sort of like this. Now what I'm gonna do is just copy this thing, change it to result double, and change the square to double. Okay, now I'm gonna print it. Result square double result double. The compiler will execute the code. So the compiler will first try to execute this one. So it will see, okay, execute operation is there, value is 5, and we are passing a functional parameter over here. Okay, now the compiler will try to execute this code where this line will be executed first. So it will see, okay, operation is there and value is there. So what is the operation over here? The operation is this square function, and the value parameter is value over here. So the compiler will try to execute this square. It will return whatever the value is generated over here. Okay, it will assign the value over here, and it will return whatever the value over here. Suppose the value is 9, it will return and will copy that value to result square. It's sort of like this. First it will execute this, then first it will execute this, then this, and then it will assign the value over here, and then we can print it, sort of like this. So in this example, the execute operation functions takes another function as a parameter. The main function showcases passing two different functions, square and double, as arguments to execute operation. Great, it's working. And that concludes our exploration of passing function as parameter in Kotlin. Leveraging high order functions, we can write more modular and reusable code by passing functions as arguments. Now go ahead, experiment with passing functions in your Kotlin projects and unlock the potential for creating versatile and expressive code. Happy coding. Meet you in the next lecture. Thank you.